you ever playing a game and then all of a sudden you do something and you get an achievement? Might be a little pop-up, could be there, could be there. It depends on what you're playing on. Well, I will be showing you how you can build a system like that in RecRoom. And it's actually very simple. All you need, well, it's not all you need, but it's there's really only one chip you really need. Of course, yeah, there is multiple to get it working, but you'll see what I mean. So first of all, we're just going to want to grab our... Okay, yep, that's... First of all, you just want to grab your maker pen, grab it from your bag or go in your backpack. Just grab your maker pen. If you don't know how, you can literally just, you know, open your watch menu, go to backpack, just click use on maker pen. It's that simple. And if you have it favorited, you can have it, you can just pull it from your back. So first thing you need to get is go to your palette, go to the search bar, and search for bool variable. It should be the first one. And then you just want to place it down. Next thing you want to do is back on your maker pen screen, click the configure button, and then your maker pen should highlight purple at the tip. That's you just want to click on the bool variable. Then when you open your maker pen screen, you should get this page. So first of all, an important thing is you want to name it to whatever you want. This is important for later. So think of something simple. So for me, I'm just going to do test. But it's better if you make it simple. Oh. I filmed this video previously and I never deleted the old bool. Next thing you want to do is go to cloud variable and tick that. So now if we close it and we look at our bool variable, you should see that little cloud icon on it. Next thing you're going to want to get is whatever you want to use in order to give the variable or to give the achievement. I hate how I can't hold the streamer cam while I have my maker pen open. So this could be a button, a trigger volume, an interaction volume, whatever you want to use. Or if it's after like a bunch of circuits, just wire the end of the circuits to the orange execution chip here. And make sure whatever you use, if it's a trigger volume, make sure it doesn't say V1 Legacy. Just make sure it just says either button or trigger volume. And you know it's right if you get this little panel right there. Next thing you want to do is go back to your tools and then click the connect tool. Now the little beam is white. The pressed orange execution, wire it to the orange execution on the test. And then what you want to do is just tap this with the connect tool. All you gotta do is just tap it. So now if I hover over the red output pin, you see it's false. So if I were to click this button, this would be set to true. See, if I just click that, it'd be set to true. If I make that false and click it again, click it again, it'll be set to false. But we want it to be set to true. This is the circuits you do in the subroom that you want the person to get the achievement in. Now I'm going to take you, with all of that done, you want to go into the subroom where the player is able to see all of their achievements that they have unlocked. So after all those circuits, you just want to click. After that, you want to go back onto your watch screen. I don't know why it's like that. Then you want to click this room, and up here you see save room. You want to click it, and then click save. Alright, so again, since I feel like I explained it wrong, this is the coding you do in the room where you want to get the achievement, where you want the players to unlock it. Now, you're going to want to go to your next subroom where the person unlocks the achievement. Or, no, it shows them the achievements they have. So we'll go in settings, subrooms, and in case you don't have a subroom already, so let me just delete that. If you don't have a subroom already, click create subroom and name it. I'll do test. For you, you would want to name it whatever you want to name it. Okay, we should be in our next subroom now. Here, let me straighten that out. Now, actually, a little thing that you can do is if you go into your watch menu, then you click, all right, here, I gotta like make it further out. If you go to your watch menu and you click this room settings, and you look up here, you should see a tab called cloud data. Here is the, ignore this variable, the test variable. This is the variable I made in the other room. And we're able to see it because it's a cloud data variable. So next you want to grab your maker pen again. Then again, go to your palette. And then search up for another bool variable. Then again, you would want to click the configure button on your watch. And then just click on the bool variable. And now, whatever name you gave your bool variable, or whatever name is your cloud data, since mine is test all capitalized, that's what I want to put in here for the text. So whatever you named your other bool variable, name this one the exact same. Click submit, and you know it's right if the cloud variables button gets ticked immediately and you don't even click it. So I'm just going to move this down here. Next thing you want to do is open up your palette again, and you want to search up event receiver. Press that, click that put that down somewhere. Then you want to search up is. So the next thing you want to get in your palette is palette. Whoa, lag. If local player. If. Whoa, stop. Okay, here. If local player should run. So we're just going to put that there, and I'm just going to move everything really quick. Now with all that, then you want to open up your palette again, and we are going to get an if chip. Then we're just going to pop that bad boy right there. Next, what you want to do is on your watch menu, click configure, and then you want to click on the event receiver, and you'll see select event. Just want to click this, and then you'll get this tab. Scroll down until you get player joined. So now your event receiver should look like this. Now back on your tools page, you want to click connect. And then first thing you want to do is wire the orange execution on the event receiver to the orange execution on the if local player should run. Then you want to wire the yellow pin on the event receiver to the acting player on if local player should run. Next, you're going to want to wire should run to the if chip. And on the bool variable here, wire this little red pin to the condition on the if chip. Those are all the main circuits. It's that easy. So I'm just going to move you over a bit. And now next thing I'm going to get is just a simple text box. Now what I'm going to do after is what's going to happen when you get the achievement, what the player will see. So if you want it to say you have this achievement if you have it, and you don't have this achievement if you don't have it, then follow me. I'll show you how to do it with a door in a second. So if you're doing it with a text box to where it says if you have it or not, you just want to spawn in a text spawn in a text gadget, but make sure it's the CV2 version if it has this motherboard. Next, on your tools, you want to click the configure. You want to click configure. And then you just want to configure the text box. Then you will get this little page. And then you can screw around with how thick you want the text, the character spacing, like how far apart the letters are, whatever you want to mess around with. But you want to scroll down until you get to message. Now what you want to put in here is what it says if you don't have the achievement. Damn it. Is if you don't have the achievement. So I'm just going to I'm just going to simply make it say you don't own this. Next, what you want to do is configure this little purple tag by the text. Then you'll see another page. Here, you will put whatever you want to say if you do own the achievement. So I'll put you own this. So then next thing you want to do is wire the then execution on the if to the set text execution on the text gadget. So now, if I were to go into the other subroom and I were to click the button, it will set this pin to true, which will then go through the if chip. Then it will set the text to you own this. And if you would like to make it a little fancier, which you don't have to with the text box, what you can do is you can make it to where the text appears green. So all you have to do is get a set text color. Text set color. Then the chip should look like this. So then what you can do is move that, click the connect tool on your maker pen again. So what you want to do is using the connect tool, just click this, hover over this until an X appears, click it, and then it should break the wiring. Let me just move that up. You're going to want to wire the then execution to the orange execution on the text set color. And if you look at the text box, you see this little yellow pin all the way at the top. You want to wire it to the target on the text set color. Then using your connect tool, tap on it, tap on color, and then you should get this page. And we're just going to make it green. Done. Then we're just going to want to set color. Then you can make it to where if you have a setting where you're able to like reset all achievements in the room, just want to clone this, wire the else execution on the if chip to the orange execution. What? No! Sorry about that. The else execution to the orange execution on text set color. Then you want to wire, you want to what? No, set text, sorry. You want to wire text to target and change the color. And then click it and then set color to red. So let's go over what we did. So when the player joins, it's going to see if local player should run. If you are, I don't really understand what that is, in case you couldn't tell already. That's just the way I learned to do it, don't ask. It will then use an if to check whatever condition this is. If it's true, then it's going to set the color to green, and then it's going to say, you own this. If it's not, if it's false, it'll come, I'm sorry. If it's false, then the execution, the else execution will fire, setting the color to red. We're going to save room. Now we're going to go into the other subroom. Alright, so now this is the room where all your previous circuits should be. See, it works! And now what you can do is go into your watch menu, click this room, settings, cloud data, look, reset variable. See, when we do that, it will change to you don't own this. Now I'm going to quickly show you how you can make it to where it brings you to another room if it works. So what you want to do is get a go to room. Then you want to get a room constant. Room constant. Destination room constant. Here, I got the... I know. Destination. And here, let me get a interaction volume, because that can be used to how you get into the room. I gotta do this quickly, because I gotta go do something really quick. Actually, not quickly. I don't know how long it's gonna be, so... Try going fast. I apologize. So I'm gonna use an interaction volume. You can use a button or trigger volume. Whatever. Next, what you want to do is wire the on-use holder complete, the orange execution on the interaction volume to orange execution on go-to room, player who used pin to the player pin on the go-to room. No, I lied, actually. What I need is get an if chip, and then just wire the bool variable on the test to the if chip, and then wire the onUseHolder complete to the if chip. So if it's true, you'll be able to go to the room. If it's not true, you won't be able to go to the room. Configure the destination room, put in the room name of where you want to go, and then you'll be able to put in the subroom and whatever. Sorry if that doesn't really make sense. I'm trying to go quickly, so let me explain it again. When they use it, when they click this interaction volume, it's going to check if we have the variable. If we do, then we're going to be able to go to the room. If we don't, it won't